Hey, I didn't expect the receiver to redefine how every movie, game, and track sounds in my room, but the Marantz Cinema 50 did exactly that. This isn't for someone who shrugs and says that's good enough. This is for the person who feels when dialogue floats in the mix, when surround effects smear together, when your system sounds crowded instead of composed. You know what presence feels like, and you're done settling for gear that tries but never truly delivers it. Before anything else, check the current price and stock. Premium AV receivers like this don't stay stable forever, and waiting usually costs more than you expect. I had that unmistakable moment where I knew it was time to upgrade. My old rig sounded fine in quiet scenes, but as soon as action kicked in, everything blurred. Bass got hesitant, mids lost shape, and details got buried under muddled effects. The first time I fired up the Cinema 50, all of that evaporated. It wasn't just louder, sound suddenly had space and intention. Dolby Atmos and DTS cues didn't float aimlessly, they had dimension. Dialogue sat exactly where it should. That release from compromise, when every layer of sound finally has its place, once you feel it, you can't go back. Living with this receiver reshaped how every session feels. On film nights, ambient cues don't wash together, they hold distinct space and texture. Explosions hit with weight but never overpower voices. Music holds richness instead of flattening. Gaming becomes directional and precise, footsteps and effects feel like they move through the room instead of just around you. Even casual TV feels richer because voices stay anchored and effects don't encroach. This isn't about numbers on paper, it's about how sound genuinely lands in the room. And here's the truth, don't wait for a later that's usually just regret dressed up as patience. Prices spike, stocks thin, and every time you consider something weaker, you come back to this because it consistently performs the way you expect it to. You might wonder about 110 watts per channel, but what surprised me wasn't just the power, it was the control. Dense scenes stay composed instead of fraying at the edges. Large soundscapes feel articulate instead of crowded. Dynamic shifts feel confident, not chaotic. That intentional balance is hard to articulate until you actually live with it. Then weaker gear starts sounding like a limitation you never want to revisit. Owning this receiver changes how you think about your setup. You don't tweak endless settings before every session. You don't watch scenes and think something's missing. You just hit play, and the system knows what to do. That's a pride that comes only when the gear performs with clarity and intention, not noise and chaos. Sound feels anchored and dimensional, dialogue stays natural and focused, effects hold space without crowding, music feels deep and textured, every session feels balanced and composed. It's not the most powerful AVR ever made. You'll notice lesser receivers fall short. Eventually you stop looping comparisons and just choose what already felt right. Don't make this the upgrade you think about next week and quietly regret you waited. Check price and availability now, and step into sound that finally feels purposeful.